Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's up? Big Game Podcast.
Number 44.
Oh, Mag.
Big boy.
Yes, sir.
So, today's podcast, we went and looked at some stuff on the employment news. We're talking about job stuff. And talking about stuff just about general life, but life literacy content. That's what we're going to talk about. That's what we're going to make content about. So, what do you think, man? You had a good week this week, though, so far?
Yeah, week's going pretty good. Getting over the holidays.
Oh, man.
Getting the year started. You
Boy,
know
because I got school start back next week, and I'm like, man, but got to get it done.
Fresh start, you know what I mean, with new goals, consistency. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Try to get that going,
I think the kids, understand like consistency. You're gonna have to give up something to be consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know what I mean? But the return on consistency.
Oh, definitely. The return on investment is awesome.
And whatever you're giving up, you'll get time, resources, strength.
Yes.
So,
and also, I want to say sorry for the audio. We've been trying to test different stuff. Do different things. We were supposed to try to do it on the trolley, but it was way too loud. Just like in the other place we was at, it was way too loud. So we had to come back to the studio.
Studio quality sound.
So getting into the corporate news, we're looking at some sites just talking about some corporate stuff. They were saying that it's this thing going around with these virtual interviews. People are doing bait and switch interviews.
Put my representative out there. What does that mean? What is a bait and switch? So in layman's
terms, bait and switch interview is, let's say I fill out for a job, they call me for an interview, but instead of me doing the interview, I get Jay to do the interview for me. He go in, ace the interview, I get the email, say I got the job, and I go in and work the job.
Yeah. Send your representative out there. Put your best foot forward.
And there's the thing you got to understand. There are people, I don't know if they just wired their way or they just that way. They're going to take advantage of the system that's in place. Anything. Remote work, they're going to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Remote interview, they're going to take advantage of it. Yep. Even if they're at work, they find a way to take advantage of that too.
Yeah, in person, hour-long break and clocking in because I was in a grocery store, I think Kroger or my old job.
Yeah.
Like, you have to actually have your fingerprint to clock in.
Yeah.
You clock in with your badge.
It was like that when I worked at the airport, it was like that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so
but here's
what
the thing.
have people done to make them do that? Like, you need more than your badge. You're going to need a blood test or a retinal scan in the future. Is that really you?
Boy.
That's clocking in or that's taking the interview?
Or, to do that, you have to have some thought process. You don't want to do, I get Jay to, you get some Jay to do it for you, but then you like Danny DeVito. You short, y'all don't even match height-wise, you know what I'm saying?
I got 18-inch dreadlocks, you know what I mean?
Boy.
He comes in bald headed.
Exactly. Because a lot of times those big corporations, the HR is doing the interview. The person who's over the department not doing the interview.
So you'll never see HR again. Like I remember when I got my first job in St. Vincent, I was in HR like for a week. Like, filling out papers, talking to those people, really building relationships with these people.
And that's when they did orientation back then.
Exactly.
They don't do that no more.
Got really close with those people, didn't see them again in 10 years.
Boy.
See them in the cafeteria, you know what I mean?
If that.
Have lunch with them sometimes.
Right,
you know
if that, I mean? Definitely.
But.
And even like say when I worked at a retail place, the Big Blue store, and you're gonna take advantage because there's so many people there. Like if you got don't try this at home. I'm saying when you got the mindset, you're like, wait a minute. They only got like 5 or 10 managers to probably 200 employees. Yeah. There's no way they can keep track of all of us. But you don't want to be on the radar where they want to keep track of you at the same time.
Exactly. That's perks of the job. You know what I mean? Like you said, like credit history. I'm gonna do be reliable.
Yeah.
Have a good work history. They know he comes to work. They know he works. So they don't look for me. They know I'm doing my job.
Right.
You can't slack off and then disappear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're always looking for you.
For sure. And we used to go on breaks all the time. I mean, you'll be up there for 30, 45 minutes just to say you be seen. Next thing you know, you dipping out. You know what I'm saying? We used to do it all the time. And but like I say, working those places, your feet though, man, it's still you got to walk everywhere. you up on your feet all day, man. So
pros and cons to each job.
But yeah, they bait and switch stuff crazy, man. I can't even imagine that just, people would try anything, though. That's the thing. People would try anything, man. You know
and people have different skill sets, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true, yes.
So, you got the degree, you know what I mean? You got the work history. You're just not good at interviewing.
Yeah, right.
You're not good at negotiating your pay.
Oh, yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
That would be cool if you was in an interview. You actually did the interview. You say, you know what? Before we talk about pay, let me bring in my negotiator.
Negotiator.
Let me bring in my negotiator.
Negotiator. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. That might be your thing.
So that goes to our second thing. Does a person need a career coach?
See, exactly. Nowadays, you can pay somebody to do anything that you don't want to do.
That's true.
That's clean your house.
If you can afford it, yes.
Yeah, clean your house. Teach you how to dance. You want to play the piano, you pay somebody to come, you take lessons.
Yeah. They got master class now to tell you how to get loans and stuff, like use your credit to get loans and stuff. I think somebody had a master class on how to get a PPP loan. I know they're probably canceled now, but somebody probably had a master class on that too. Yeah, it's a master class for everything now, man.
Yeah, it's like what you're weak at, you can pay somebody else to do.
That's
you
true.
Do your work, you know what I mean? And you can pay, and that's the same thing with the bait and switch. You've done all this work, you have these money, have these resources, you pay the people to do the things that you don't want to do. And it's the same thing with with a career coach. If you have a skill or a talent, people will pay you for it.
That's true.
All right. So
that's true.
So a career coach, self-help, motivational speakers, personal trainers. Why, if you got a personal trainer for your body, why not have a personal trainer for your career?
Yeah.
All right.
That's true.
So,
and college advisors are not career coaches. They're just there to help you sign up for your classes, but they're not career coaches.
They don't know your strengths or weaknesses.
I didn't even know that existed when I was younger. I didn't even know that there was such a thing as a career coach.
Yeah.
But they're out there, though.
Exactly.
They could be useful. Some people are like, I don't need no career coach. You never know, man, until you try. You never know.
Some people, like, the advisors going by what they don't know. They don't know your skill set.
They don't know your personality.
They don't know. They know what you tell them. You say, I want to be a nurse. But you don't tell them. They don't know you're scared of blood.
Right.
You don't like people.
Right.
And they're not their job. You know what I mean?
It's not.
You want to be a nurse, they can pick the best classes for you.
That's true.
And then how do you know you need a career coach?
Yeah.
It's like, well, how do you know you need a therapist? Well, I've been working, you know what I mean? The results speak for themselves.
Right. And let's say somebody that's it could be a mentor, it could be anybody, like, you work like me working in IT, you see like a CIO or, CTO, corporate technical officer, some technology officer, something like that. Sometimes they may not actually coach you like a player on a football field or something, but if you're around them, you just pick up on stuff. I know me, I pick up on stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times in the workplace now, a lot of people just don't like holding hands and grooming you. They got to really know you, or you got to be family or something like that. But if you just a Joe Small off the streets, they probably not going to do that. But if you got some intelligence, you can pick up on stuff that they do, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I would say don't, if you have the ability to learn from somebody, to get up under somebody that could coach you in your career because they've done things before you got there, I think that's an advantage to have.
Yeah, I mean,
you want the many advantages that you can have, you know what I'm saying?
People who know, like, some people get mentors, you know what I mean? But everything costs now.
They do.
So if you don't know somebody, you know what I mean, you may have to pay your mentor as a career coach.
Yeah.
Right? You don't know you need these things, but if you're not getting the results in your career or your body or your diet, you may need to recruit somebody who knows more than you.
Right.
And they can help you go through the steps.
So here's a thing too is in the workplace, this is the next question, right? In the workplace, how long should help last?
Yeah, and that goes right with the career coach. Now, when they give you a job and you discuss your manager, they look at your resume with your experience and your education, you should be doing this job.
Right.
We're gonna train you to get you familiar with the company.
Right.
But a month, couple weeks, you're on your own.
Right.
You know what I mean? But sometimes we get these people, you still showing them how to log in. It's been 6 months. Like, this is the same login for the email as the system.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes shit 2 hours to get your work started.
Boy.
You putting in IT tickets, you know what I mean, of stuff that you know how to do. So.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing, right? Like, it's that certain personality that's at a job is they never take the initiative to learn, but they try to mooch off of everybody else. Mm-hmm. You know, like you said, they train you for a month. And like, what were you doing for the month they trained you? What were you doing?
So I need to go back to training again.
And then when they get approached, like, why you not doing your job? Man, nobody showed me that.
Boy,
that's like the number one answer right there, right? Even in school, right, you have these personalities that they don't want to do the work. You know, they'll just sit there and mooch off you, or, you know, ask you, hey man, can you help me out? But they're helping out. They just want you to do the work for them. They want you to double the work.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, spot you one time. I give you a mulligan. I spot you one time. Yeah. But every time we come to class, you doing it. I know when I went to school for when I went to school for networking, you had to do hands-on labs. After you do the work, you got to do like a hands-on, like routers and switches, plug in, do the command, stuff like that. There were a lot of people who were good at the book side, but they wasn't good with the hands-on side. Me, I was more good with the hands-on side, and the book part I understood, but I just didn't like doing it. I was like the opposite. I was just weird like that, but I killed at the hands-on. Like, I go back there, click, 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 command, command, command. That's what I need, boom.
Yeah.
But the book stuff, you got to read through all this.
Busy word.
The fluff, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm trying to get to the burger, but you give me all these appetizers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but let us know in the comments what you think. How long should help last? And
when is it considered, when is it stop considered being help? And you know what I mean? It's a handicap now at this point.
Boy, because man, you know how people out there like, man, you didn't want to help me, man. Dude, I've been helping you for 2 months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you want me to do your job. Yeah. You know what I mean? You taking another hour lunch break. Well, Mike got it.
Yeah, for real.
He helping me.
And then, our next question. Is there such thing as job security in today's time?
Man, that's a hard one.
Yeah, it is hard.
No, you know what?
It's a two-sided fence question.
It really is, but
in what way?
the jobs that you want really, and they're not secure, right? You know what I mean? If you got job security, that means it's a million of these people that, you know what I mean, or it's an abundance of the opportunity for a job, right? So they're always hiring in this position that's basically job security, right? I think you can always get a job in this field. I
think the average person's job security is, I can work here and I have to do almost murder to get fired. I think people looking at it from that standpoint. I can work here till I retire, and it's not gonna be no friction. I'm not gonna be a lot of static and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was looking at job security is maybe it's always gonna be a job available in this field.
That's a version too. It's like a multi-layered onion.
Exactly. That's what I mean. That's the version of job security that I was.
But I think about people like, say, you think it's St. Vincent. Most people thought if you work janitor, like the janitorial service, that's job security because they're gonna always need somebody. Yeah, you said they're gonna need somebody to do the floors and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I'm the best floor buffer in the organization, so I have job security. It's easy to me. I like doing it. You know, like I say, and I'm the best. And so they're not going to fire me, right?
So there's the good side, and then there's the dark side, the job security.
Yeah.
The dark side, number one is if you're not a manager, management always changes.
Yep.
Every 5, 10 years, seems like sometimes management always change. Either they move up or they go somewhere else to another company. New manager come in, whole nother culture now.
makes your job completely different.
Yes.
Micromanaging, like you used to just come in and do 3 floors, but since you're the best, you do
let me add 2 more floors to that.
You know what I mean? Now you add 2 more floors. Your job is doubled with the same amount of time to do it. So now you have a different job with the same pay.
Right. So that's one, management, right? Number 2, we've seen this. You get the job, work there for years. Right before you get to retirement, they somehow let you go. We've seen that happen.
Yeah.
To old people. They get to that stage, you in the last year or the 2 years before, something happened and they let you go.
Kick in, yeah.
Yeah, you terminated. It's crazy. It happens. Well, what's another situation I saw before? The times changed. Like, it used to be a time where words, you could say some, you probably could say something, you get a warning or something like that. Now you can say something, be terminated on the spot. Yeah. I mean, just doing something you don't even know can get you terminated on the spot.
Doing something outside of the work, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yes,
because
Twitter, social media, yes. That's another one. That's probably number 3 or number 4. Social media, posting something crazy, you know what I'm saying? Some people say something racist or you say something, homophobic or something crazy that's deemed homophobic or crazy. You can lose your job off of that.
Insensitive, you know what I mean?
Yeah, insensitive, sure.
Or you were wearing your work shirt with the logo on it, you know what I mean, on your personal business, you know what I mean? Even in your business has nothing to do with your company you work for.
Right.
So you just got to be careful. Really ain't no job secure, right?
No.
You know what I mean? Because it's job, but your skills are secure. They can't take away
your skills, right?
Your skills.
You beat me to it, yep. You beat me to it.
You know what I mean? So get you some high value skills that's in demand, and they won't take those from you. You know what I mean? Worst case scenario, you can work with the right skills. You can work for yourself.
As long as you work for somebody, there may not be a high level of security. The only way something is secure if you own it and you have the power to stop it or keep it going. Yeah. If you don't have the power to do that, if you're in a place where you could be terminated or you could be laid off, the only thing you need to secure is your skills. Like you said, you need to secure your skills. So if something happens, you can transition and find something else. But if you have a job that is not a skilled job, it's just a job that anybody can do, the security in that may not be as high. Then if you have a job that's a skill level that people need, like you said, people need, you know what I'm saying?
And you want to raise that minimum skill level. Like, I get certified, you know what I mean? Well, you get extra training on that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you try to make yourself as elite as possible.
Let's give an example, right, of something that's being a cashier at a retail store. That, even though they need that, but it's still not a high-skilled job.
Yeah.
Any 16-year-old, 17-year-old can come in and do that job. So, but being like a supervisor, manager, you kind of got a little bit more skill that you have now that you can take somewhere else.
That experience, you know what I mean? Maybe you take an accounting class.
Right. Store manager. Not everybody wants to be a store manager. That's another skill. You running a whole store, not just being over the cashiers. You're over the cashiers, the stockers, everything in that store you're over. That's another kind of skill that you can take anywhere because you're a store manager, you know what I'm saying?
And then you can take that experience anywhere too. Like being like a CNA, right? You're certified.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Nursing assistant. Yeah. So your skill level is there. They can't ever take that away from you unless you do something illegal, right?
Right.
Then it's like, well, I'm gonna make myself more. I'm gonna increase my skills.
Right.
Make more money. Mm-hmm. Well, now I'm an LPN, right? Like I'm a nurse, I'm licensed. They can't take that away from me.
Right.
This is the amount I pay. I get. Right. Well, maybe I want to just do a little bit more. Now I'm an RN. You know what I mean? BSN or go to college. You know what I mean? Maybe I want to be a nurse, a practitioner.
RNs, boy, yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, you know what I mean? They work hourly. You know what I mean? You get you travel. You know what I mean? You can control yourself to another level. Like, well, maybe you're not a CEO, but you have in-demand skills.
And see, here's the deal.
So you don't have to be that Jeff Bezos to get the skills or anything.
And see, here's the deal. You want to find the skill that you're good at and what you're good at, and or a field that you're good in, and you want to get in that field and work in that field and have the years of experience in that one field, whether it's IT, whether it's nursing, whether it's, being a contractor, different, it's all kind of fields out there, in management. You want to be, 5-10 years in management. That's why we tell you need to get into those fields while you're young so you can get that experience. So by the time you're 30, you got 5 or 10 years already in that field.
Yeah, now you got the paper with your education, and then you got the skills and the experience, you know what I mean? And you're not easily replaceable. And you're desired.
Right.
That's the high value skills. You know what I mean?
Right.
We looking at your skills, your experience, and your education. We want you. The jobs, they want you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not looking for them. They're looking for you.
Okay. The next question is, how does a person handle people that try to discredit you based on your credentials or material possession? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's like, we was talking about when Skip was trying to discredit Shannon Sharp. He was saying that Tom Brady wasn't doing good this season, and he was trying to discredit him by saying he's jealous because Tom Brady's still playing and he's not at 40.
Oh, bringing up personal things.
Yeah, and they try to, it's like us, if I tell somebody about working in IT and they just like, man, please, man, you don't do it. And that's like,
man, you from Southwest, man.
Yeah, exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. And they try to discredit you. And that's the thing. People
Nikes.
will discredit you. That's life. People gonna try to discredit you. It's just how life works. But even if you had the results, they'll still try to discredit you. Because they come at you personally or something like that, or try to
you cheated. You cheated to get ahead. What evidence do you have that I cheated?
Right.
And you saying that could damage my reputation, true or not.
Right.
And
what we'll say to that is, don't let somebody discredit you. Don't give your critics energy anyway, number one. A lot of times people be like, you say you watch an NBA game, you see those players on the sideline, like the 12th man on the bench, and they'll be even getting the game, but they'll be sitting there saying, man, if I was in the game, man, if I had that shot, I would have took it. It's not true because you're on the bench, you know what I'm saying?
LeBron losing it. He ain't fast as he used to be. And
he been in the league for 5 years, ain't even saw the flow. He's just 12th man on the bench.
Yeah.
So
it's easy to talk, and then everybody's not going to agree with what you're doing.
Exactly.
And then some people are just critics. It's a lot of people get the education. Everybody at ESPN, basically, got an education, went to school.
You think so? You think everybody at ESPN got an education, or somebody just knows somebody?
Yeah, we ain't not going to, we can do the coaches in the NFL like that, but we're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
We're going to talk about that here a little later, too, with Lovie Smith.
We don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but basically what I'm saying is an organization of educated people basically paid to criticize others at a high level. So basically, professionals criticizing professionals. These professional athletes and some of these professional journalists never played a down of professional football or basketball, but they're paid to criticize them.
Right, that's true.
Under a microscope, and that happens in your life too.
Right, that's true.
They're not getting paid to criticize you, but they, sitting on the water cooler.
It's people think when you work in IT, you don't do nothing. They don't realize, working in IT, you have to deal with so many different personalities outside of working on the computer. The computer is the easy part.
Yeah.
And you work in IT, you don't do nothing, man. What you mean? So, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, a nurse would say, y'all sitting there, y'all just looking at computers all day. What y'all do don't matter. We're saving lives. And then an IT person can say, all the thing y'all do is give Band-Aids and give medicine, give somebody a pill, stick them with a needle. That's all y'all do.
Right.
Outside looking in, if anybody's profession, you know what I mean? It looks easy, but you went to school for ID. That person went to school for nursing. You know what I mean? This person went to school for massage therapy. Nobody's job is easier. Well, you just playing the game. You just shoot a basketball.
Boy.
Well, they have to shoot the basketball the best, you know what I mean, in the world to get paid millions of the dollars to do so. And it's a lot of practicing, it's a lot of training, it's a lot of exercise.
And a lot of times people try to I don't know why, but people will try to judge you off material things or what you have.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes people will play you different. Like, I don't want all that stuff. I'd rather have my money than have all the material stuff.
Yeah, we work the same job.
Right.
And
because it's like a culture. If you're a doctor, you're supposed to have a Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's the norm. You know what I'm saying? If you're a lawyer, you're supposed to drive a Porsche.
Why you live here? Why you do this? Like, well, I think Mike on drugs. He's still wearing Walmart shoes, and we're looking at the money we make.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Well, you know, Mike got 3 houses.
And here's a tip. You can discredit all you want. It's up to you. Just because you make, if you get to 6 figures, you don't have to live up to 6 figures. Yeah, you can make 6 figures and live off a third or half.
Yeah,
of that.
You don't have to spend all your money every month.
Exactly.
You don't have to spend all your money every year. If you can afford $1,000, $1,500 car note, that don't mean you should buy one.
Yes, that's crazy.
That's because you can do it. Don't mean you should.
Even if it was a millionaire, I don't even know. If I was a millionaire, I don't even still. It's just something. Maybe because we ain't on that side of the fence. We ain't never been in a lifestyle like that where it makes sense to pay $1,000 for a car. I haven't got to that place in my head yet. No. You know what I'm saying? I haven't got there yet.
But you know what I mean? I've seen people make $60,000 a month or whatever. Yeah. Why y'all get to do this and that? Like, why you get to travel or why you get to do this? And I made, $1 million last year, and I didn't have time to do nothing. That's your choices. Like, you spending 90% of your money, your income, every month.
Boy.
And you, no matter how much money you make, it's you. It's the budget. It's you.
Discipline.
Like, the more money you make, you still in the hole. Like, you still living check to check.
Because you keep getting more stuff, right?
You was living check to check when you made $30,000.
Right.
Now you're making $100,000.
See, this example.
Still living check to check.
You're making $30,000 or $40,000, and you at a good place. You got a cash car, and then you go up to $50,000, and then you say, you know what? I want a new car now. At first, you would have had an extra cushion after you pay your bills. But now you shorten it because you keep adding on recurring bills because you say, I got the extra money now to do it. And then what happens, you're like, dang, where did it go?
And
decisions,
you feel like, exactly. You feel like you got a $20,000, $30,000 raise, right? But you still feel like you're in the same spot.
And you didn't factor in taxes. You didn't factor
now you're in
that.
Another tax bracket.
Insurance, you didn't factor in that.
So, feelings. When you get money, you feel like,
man, you gotta fight the feelings.
Yes. It's feelings that come with money, new money, old money. It's feelings that come with it, and sometimes you gotta weed them off.
Yeah, sometimes you may have to.
Cause I deserve
eat the ramen noodles a little bit longer.
I make $70,000. I ain't eating ramen noodles. Well, you bought that house.
Yeah. Yes.
You bought it.
Yeah. Boy.
You know what I mean?
So our next topic is, do you want the answer or do you figure out how to get the answer? Are you one of the people, it's like two different personalities. There are people who just give me the answer, and there's people who's like, how did you get to the answer? That's what's important to me. How did you get there?
Yeah, that's the learning process, right? Yes. So my son, hey, Daddy, I got a problem. Yeah. Daddy's supposed to fix it.
Right.
That man, I don't want to hear you, Daddy, talking about this.
Troubleshooting process.
I just want it. It's not working, Daddy, fix it.
Right.
That's what he wants. He wants the answer. But I tell him to figure out. I mean, he got with his tablet, he got 3 trouble. Like he's a child. He's 5, 6 years old. Mm-hmm. So he's got 3 steps that he needs to do before he even asks me.
Right.
And I'm getting him used to that. Like, hey, did you do what I told? And I'm not going to tell him the 3 steps. Did I do what I told you to? Did you do what I told you to do? He's like, well, Daddy, I turned it off and did it. Like, and then if it doesn't work, then we'll figure it out together. Every time it's going to be a long process, and I'm going to ask him the same questions. He can until he gets it. That's his way of thinking. You know what I mean? To figure out mindset.
I used to get on people's nerves, bro. When I worked at the ISP place, people were like, how did you catch on that fast? Or they ask, how did you do this? And I would go through the process to show them. I'm like, no. I just want the answer.
The button,
like,
the easy button.
And I thought to like, Guru, if I teach you how to fish, you would eat for the rest of your life. But if I give you the fish, you will die.
No, you'll eat for a day. You'll eat for a day.
Yeah, you'll eat for a day. You may die because you don't know how to fish.
Yeah. When I leave, you're going to be like, where's the dude with the fish?
And see, this goes to the part where they try to discredit you because you don't want to give them the answer.
Man,
they don't realize you working there. You don't have to ask them for help. You're doing it. Mm-hmm. And what happened is a lot of times people come back and tell you later, you know what, man? You actually was on some other stuff. I didn't even realize that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll tell you stuff like that. It's like, I'm not beating you up. I'm not going to beat you up about it. But I'm saying.
Well, you going, like, you doing stuff for people and you go on vacation for a week.
Boy, exactly. And that's one of my abilities, to learn how to pick up on stuff, pick up on stuff like fast, you know what I'm saying? Like, once I see how it's done, then I'm going to go do it probably my way and then even do that, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but never want to be that person who just give me the answer. I want to know how you got to the end. How did you solve the problem? Yeah. I don't care about the answer. How did you solve the problem, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But
you hear a lot of people like, I don't like asking people for stuff, but they don't want to figure it out. So you putting yourself in a position to keep asking for stuff. Right. And until you figure out how to do it on your own, that's what you're going to do.
And working in IT is like figuring it out, just like us doing this podcast. You have to figure out. I had to figure out camera, microphone, green screen if we need to do that, or, you know what I'm saying, if we're in the court outside. It's all kind of stuff you have to figure out. You have to try stuff and figure it out. A lot of times people don't want to try stuff. They just want the answer, or you got to try stuff. Even with you want to own a business, you have to figure stuff out or learn it before you start. Learn as much as you can before you start.
And then you still going to be like, it's still going to be the bumps in the road and the learning curve. Like we've been doing this for a little while, but our sound was like the last couple of episodes. Our sound was off.
Yeah, because learning how to do stuff outside. Yeah,
exactly.
Definitely.
But you know what? Like we keep
trying.
Boy,
we was on that trolley.
Bring you
put
quality
them headphones
content.
on, boy. You heard all kind of.
Like what's like what we like even today? Was we like 2 hours, 3 hours in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But we tried something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We did.
And hopefully it get better. You know, it's invest.
Any kids that want to work in IT, it's all about figuring it out. Mm-hmm. Sometimes there is no instruction manual. It's just, hey, Rambo, we dropping you off in the jungle. Can you get out? Yes, I'm going to get out. It may not be pretty. It may be a lot of stuff left behind.
Like MacGyver, you know what I mean?
Oh, boy, I love MacGyver.
But this life,
that is life, right.
Relationships, parenthood, you know what I mean? This ain't, your relationship ain't gonna be
so that
everything in the Bible like he's there said. Yeah. You know what I mean? And people gonna have strength in
actually, if you read Proverbs, it covers a lot of stuff. Of stuff for Proverbs.
But you have to get into it. Like you know, it's just not. You're not gonna read one page.
No.
It's like, well, God here.
You can just read a page at a time. Yeah.
I mean, like one page, and it's gonna be the cure-all, right?
No, not the cure-all. Like,
it says God's right here. I'm a man. I'm supposed to lead. Then the woman. Then the kids, and that's your blueprint. And that's all you got. That's all you gonna read. That's all you gonna study. Right. And you're not gonna figure it out. Right. You're not gonna seek counsel, help, read anything. You're gonna be in bad shape.
Oh, definitely. You're
trying to be a parent, trying to work, trying to do anything. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just a part of life, you know, figuring stuff out, you know, taking risks. And then sometimes I like to say figuring it out because it's not always a big risk. You know what I mean?
No,
it's
just
like you're just figuring out the end. You may lose some time.
You know, it's like, can you make the time shorter? Like, if this take this long, how can I shorten this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just tweak it.
Like, when I worked in IT, right? I had this thing called auto hotkey, and they just use. And if it's the same commands over and over, somebody put in a ticket, I need this account created, and they use Linux commands. I got an auto hotkey that all I gotta do is put a couple of things right here and it spit it out for me. Mm-hmm. I don't gotta go in and do all the typing all the time. You know what I'm saying? Even like stuff around the house, you talking about raking leaves, it's like, okay, I'm tired of bending over, scraping leaves into a trash bag. So I bought it's like a pitchfork and a rake. So I can just scoop it and dump it in the trash can without having to bend over and hurt my back. You know what I'm saying? You start getting some, if I do something over and over, I'm going to think about how to do it better.
Streamline it, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm not the same, just keep doing the same thing over and over. I have to do something different. I think that made me, I was about to say, does that, when we was younger, does it make you a sociopath? Does it make me a sociopath? Like, girls we used to meet, used to just figure them out, like their personality out. Like, I'm talking to this girl, this is before I got married. Even my wife, I figured out, I kind of learned her personality, you know what I'm saying, as we keep going. But
he anticipates her needs.
Right. And when we was younger, though, you figured out a girl personality, and I know what, it's like I know what plays to run now, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like NFL. I know what defense she running, so now my playbook is I know what plays to run, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Figuring out personality.
I'm being like Nimrod, just be like, well, I know they got 3 deep, you know what I mean, safeties. It's got 2 over the top or 3 over the top, and man, I'm keep throwing it deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Unless you got the personnel. If they run cover 2, I probably got to dink and dunk until I see an opening.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Take what the defense gives you. And sometimes life is like that as well.
It is, right. And
you want to do something your way, but life is presenting you, dressing it like it's giving you a gift. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to just take
Do you think that, though? If you meet somebody, you need to, is that one of the most important things, is to figure out that person's personality before you really start getting deep with that person?
Figure it out for you. Like, can you deal with it?
Can you deal with this? Yeah.
Like, some people, like, when they're figuring out a person's personality, they will adjust to the other person's personality. Like, I know what they want, and I'm going to be what they want.
Right.
Nah, I don't think you should do that.
Right, exactly.
You should.
That's not figuring it out, though. That's kind of being assertive. Like, you're not even taking the time to figure it out. It's like some people meet somebody, and it's like, you know what, this is what you're getting, and this, you know what I'm saying, this is it. You know what I'm saying?
You know, you can compromise a little bit, you know, but not like a very lot, you know, not a whole lot. You got to be who you are.
It's like
be comfortable.
It's kind of like negotiating. It's kind of like negotiating. If I compromise, you're gonna compromise too. Well, it's not gonna be one-sided all the time. Sometimes it be one-sided. Sometimes, if I compromise, you're gonna compromise.
Yeah, well, in the beginning,
you want good customer service, I want good customer service. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, when I can see that, you know what I mean.
You want me to add to my menu? What you gonna add to your menu?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Or you just gonna be Waffle House? All you do is
our menu is our menu.
Or IHOP, all you serve is pancakes and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you can have a diverse menu.
But you gotta listen. Before you buy IHOP, you know, like that's what, like when you getting to know somebody,
right?
You know they IHOP. You like
right.
What are you gonna do?
Personality.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you gonna do with this information?
Right.
You gonna marry IHOP and hopefully it makes waffles.
Maybe they have a seasonal thing. Maybe.
and they didn't say they was gonna ever serve waffles, and you going in
expecting Waffle House.
Yeah, their job, their marriage. You know what I mean? Their situation. Expecting Waffle House from IHOP.
Right, exactly.
You know, so people sell themselves dreams sometimes.
They do. Definitely sell themselves dreams. And the way the world works sometimes is the world don't know what you don't know. It take advantage of you. It just don't care. If you go into business, you don't know about salary, how much the salary is. They don't care that you don't know. They're not going to say, it's rare, it's some rare situations, but most of the time they're not gonna say, oh, you don't know that we supposed to give you 40,000, we'll give you 35. They're not gonna say, oh yeah, we're gonna give you 40 because you don't know we don't know that this job pay 40,000, we're gonna give you 40. No, if you don't know what you're asking for, you don't know what's going on, most of the time they're gonna take you down that road, and you don't wanna go down that road. So learn about stuff, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Legally figure it out. Don't do the bait and switch. There's people figuring out stuff and they just taking it to the next level.
I mean, if it's a loophole, like, you know what I mean? It's another thing, figuring out, making things easy for yourself, streamlining the process.
Right.
And it's a totally another thing to cheat the system with a dishonest or illegal way.
Yeah, like figuring out how to steal.
Like embezzle, like, well, I think if I send a certain amount of money to my personal account, if I keep it under this amount,
It's not a felony.
You know what I mean?
Just a misdemeanor.
You know.
Okay, before we go into sports, I gotta think, is it illegal? I wonder, is it illegal, like a scam, right? The dude with Enron, taking people money with the retirement scam.
Okay.
With the retirement scam with Enron, taking people retirement money and stuff.
Yeah.
That's illegal. But you remember that pastor that used to sell the prayer handkerchiefs and stuff?
Yeah.
That wasn't illegal though.
I mean,
is it because people voluntarily sent their money to them? They had a choice?
Well, I mean, you can't prove spiritual, like, well, you can't prove or disprove this so-called anointed and blessed handkerchief didn't bring you good luck or prosperity. You can't prove it. And you bought it on your own accord.
But did people didn't buy the Enron on their own accord though?
But no, they did. But that was, you said they did. I'm not.
Like a Ponzi scheme, right?
No, but Enron wasn't a Ponzi scheme.
What was it?
That was like, if you're talking about the retirement thing or the insider trading, like they knew, I think they knew the company was going to go under, and they told certain people it was going, like it was a fake company, it's going under.
Right.
You gotta tell everybody. That's illegal.
I understand, insider trading, okay.
You know.
But scamming somebody is not illegal, like masterclass. Like they say this is a masterclass.
No, because we're selling, like you can sell an idea. Like it's on the people to buy. Like even watching a podcast.
Yeah.
Well, like we can't say like.
We're not selling nobody nothing though.
No, I mean, but
you can sell like merchandise, but I'm not gonna pay $10,000 and then we can tell you how to be a career juggernaut.
So, like Joe Rogan, he doesn't have like a product, but people want to hear him talk. So they paid him X amount of $1 million for his content, right?
Yeah, but he's not selling like Joe Rogan. Like he's not saying like, if you buy this Joe Rogan water and drink it, you would be an awesome podcaster.
So no, they not
like that preacher. He was really selling prayer handkerchiefs, man.
He really not guaranteeing a result.
But this prayer handkerchief, did you buy? And with the prayer for you. He sold you something. And dude probably made millions.
But you can do it. Like I can sell you this water. You know what I mean? As long as it'll make you feel better. Like what is better? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh man!
It's any degree you feel better. You know what I mean? It's weird. Like.
And people get scammed every day too, man.
Okay, is selling a shirt or a pair of shoes for $1,000. Is that a scam?
I don't think it is because it's a choice. What I'm saying
exactly, that's the same thing with the handkerchief.
But they tell you in stocks and stuff, you choose, saying there's a risk that this company could fold.
Yeah, so that's why it's not illegal to lose all your money in the stock market.
So why did the dude go to jail? Was that why he went to jail for insider trading?
Yeah, I mean, but you can't like, hey, I can't tell you, like, hey, man, this stock gonna go up like tomorrow. I know it's gonna go.
So
up.
who blows the whistle on that? Because how do you find out? Like, if you tell me we go
we
go golfing,
I don't know. Like, this is not my expertise.
No, me either. But I'm saying like somebody snitched though.
Okay, let's say me and you, like my brother. Like, we work for a company.
Right.
We can't buy the stock, right?
Right.
But my brother, all of a sudden, buys 100 shares of this company in, like, 2 days.
Right.
It, like, multiplies by whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
I think they can prove that I leaked information. I don't know.
How?
I'm
so
not
here's the thing. No, I'm not saying you're the police, but I'm saying if you went to a golf course and you told your brother, we just sitting down talking, and he told your brother, dude, we about to multiply 20x, man. This is the time to buy stocks. And he go buy, the stocks. If it's between us three, how does it get out?
I mean, they can see like why did this dude sell his house to get the money, liquid cash to buy these stocks.
Now, y'all understand that transaction needs a trail. I get that part. But I'm saying we seeing leaks on the news and stuff like that. It's like, how does that stuff get out, man? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of stuff that don't get out. You know what I'm saying?
People be snitching.
Because remember that time we worked at the hospital and those guys, those doctors?
I don't know about that.
No, they had like, it was a rumor that the doctors had, they had some money in the account and the government said, whose money is this? Not mine, not mine, not mine. And we talking about a lot of money. It was, what, 6 figures in there? Nobody claimed it. How much, that's the riddle, how much money do you got to have not to claim 6 figures in a bank account?
I mean, if you see cheese on a mousetrap.
Figure that out.
Hey, if you see cheese on a mousetrap, are you going to go get that cheese? It's just, that's right there. Just
but some people, that's their money, though. They like, man.
I might go.
Man. That's awesome. That's funny.
I'm not getting it.
No.
It's right there. It's a mousetrap.
Now, if you can figure it out, you can stick a stick in there. So,
see, like you, why you playing with the mousetrap? I was like, Mike, get away from
the Wolf of Wall Street, man.
Get away from
like
the
Wolf of Wall Street, man.
Like,
he figured it out. Not the right way, but he figured it out. All right. Now we're finna move over into sports talk. Sports talk. Now, this can be compared to a corporate situation. This happens a lot, right? Lovie Smith for the Texans, right? They went through a spat that they said they don't hire black coaches, they don't hire minorities. So for the PR reason, they hired him last year. He was there for a year, a football season. He didn't have no player. They traded away Deshaun Watson, but the best player. Hopkins wasn't there no more. He pretty much had a skeleton team. You knew he wasn't going to do good. But after the season, they fired him because they said he had a 3-12 season. What did you expect from that team? But I think they hired him just for the PR. They gonna say they hired, but then they say, well, we hired somebody. He just didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, he still made some M's though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying nobody want to lose their job, but he still made some M's. There's people that happens here in regular life that they don't get nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
You know, peanuts.
But this thing, Mike Tomlin, every year he has a winning season, but every year he's on the hot seat.
Right.
In the media, not with his own.
Yeah, not with the Roonies,
with his organization.
Right.
But they, you know what I mean? Like, just some coaches, the standard is different.
It's like with managers, right? Some black managers, the standard is different. It's almost like you have to be astronomical, you know what I'm saying? Some stuff you see, like different jobs you work at, and, you see some managers that's oranges, I guess, apples and oranges, it's like, this dude is not doing nothing different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but he thrived.
Job. You know what I mean? I mean, they don't really notice his performance, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
under the radar, out of sight, out of mind. Yeah.
And,
but, man, shout out to Lovie Smith, man. I hope he finds something else, man. But it's hard, man. Yeah. That was messed up how they did it. They just hired you for a year. But I guess if it was me, I'd be like, I got them M's, man. Yeah. For a year. I mean, you probably got, what, 5 million, 10, something like that in a year. So
it's a development thing. Choosing a coach is a long-term thing.
Not now, not in the NFL.
Yeah, exactly. You don't hire somebody. You don't lose your quarterback. All these things happen to the Texans, and then you expect this dude to win. Now, after 3 games, I don't think, what was it?
3-12? 3-12?
You know what I mean? That's bad. But, they didn't kick Peyton Manning out for, when his first season in 3-12. You know what I mean?
But Peyton Manning wasn't the coach, though.
I mean, yeah. but performance-wise, you know what I mean? And I don't think they fired the coach either. They kept the offensive coordinator, too. And those was it Moore?
But they fired Tony Dungy, and he had...
Yeah, that's all. Yep.
And brought in Eric Tom
yeah.
Was it Tom Gruden? What's his name?
But that was with the Bucks,
Gruden,
right?
Yeah.
They did, and John Gruden,
Gruden
inherited that team, right?
Man.
And then both of his teams went to the Super Bowl, and what happened. And then Tony Dungy, the same thing, you know what I mean? Build the team up and get them good, you know what I mean? And then for somebody else,
boy.
So, what's someone like? Injuries have been.
The next topic is about the injury. Tua, all right? He having too many concussion symptoms and stuff.
Yeah.
And they saying he should consider retirement or should he keep playing?
Maybe like a year off.
But man, taking a year off, that may not be good for him. I mean, he not.
Like
you got that talent there. You just don't want to waste a year.
Yeah,
man.
I mean,
it's tough, man.
Like, I think he should quit. The sooner he stops playing or stop, getting injured. Like, I mean, stop getting blows to the head, right? So if he
it's not gonna happen though.
If he can stop playing, if he can stop cut this season short, the playoffs.
He's not playing. I think he's still out.
Yeah, still out. But he's just stop. You know what I mean? Very light off season. Don't play in preseason. His goal should be the game opener before he sees live contact. Maybe I don't care if he has to start in the first. He misses the first half of the season for his life to be better, his quality of life.
Well, it's a business though, man.
Yeah, I mean exactly. You know I know, but I don't care. You can't spend money when you're dead.
That's true. Or if you're disabled, your mind not there.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? You know, when you,
they say
I'm not saying it's worse than being dead.
No, they say post-traumatic stress, suicide rate goes up, you know what I mean?
CTE.
It's, CTE.
Yeah.
They, not just in football, in other sports, in other fields where people have these symptoms, very bad things have happened to not just them, their family members, quality of life for them and their loved ones. You got to think about that. Retirement at this age, I think they should consider it, but I'm not on the retirement bandwagon.
I would go see a doctor, you know what I'm saying, and get, some medical advice. And sometimes you know your body. I don't know, maybe you don't, but you know what you can take and what you can't take. And you got to know the team. I'm on the Dolphins for the next 5 years. They are not improving their offensive line. I'm not a just stand-up pocket passer like that, which he's not. Because if he was, I don't think he would be getting hit as much because he know when to get rid of that ball.
Yeah.
He get clobbered, man. Most pocket passers, not all, but most, they get hit, but they get that ball out of there. It ain't nobody open, they throwing that thing away.
He's saying elite pocket passers.
Yeah.
Will be hitting statues is light work. But that's the good ones, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then good scramblers could be
3 seconds, that ball's out of there. But you look at Pat Mahomes, 3 to 5 seconds, that thing is gone.
And that's the best part. He's a really good pocket passer, quick release.
Yeah.
Quick
and they
read,
invested in offensive line.
And then he could roll to get
either
away
side.
from the
either
pass
side
rush.
too. Yeah.
Sometimes they're rolling into the pass rush. Like you're running into somebody who's running into you. So that's bad.
And then we saw this too. There are people whose body is just not durable like that. It's not a knock on them. There is just some people who can take crazy hits and jump right back up. And there are some people, they just can't handle it.
Real common misconception, you can't build up your brain hit tolerance. You know what I mean? Your brain don't. Yeah. Your body, yes, your body can be
I'm talking about body,
and durable, but your brain is gonna be your brain. You know what I mean? Some people got thick skulls.
But it's some. Some people.
But no, man.
Yeah, get custom helmets,
that one hit, that can just do whatever, turn your light switch off. So,
turn it off.
And that's what we're gonna you don't want to, you're playing a game, or man, you're doing your job. Forget the game. Yeah. It's a job. Nobody wants to die at their job.
Nobody. Yeah, nobody.
I don't care if you're.
Some people macho though. They say I'd rather die doing that than just every day they be talking crazy. I'd rather die on the field because that's what, you know what I'm saying? They talking crazy.
No, I mean, even police officers, you know what I mean? I don't want them to die on their job, even though they have guns and stuff like that.
I'm saying football try to be macho though.
I want to die in
police
officers try to be macho.
Man, they crazy, till that rifle come out.
Yeah.
Man.
So, we got all these equipment and technology, you know what I mean? We want everybody to be safe.
Right.
And we make the best choices
for
their life, not just for the game or for the money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean, it's a lot of money, but
Moving into, who do you think right now the best team in the playoffs?
Oh Jesus, the Chiefs.
Not the Eagles. They both at the top of the conference.
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs, yeah, I'm with you.
I mean,
I know Jalen Hurts, he balling too. I know they had to sit out for a week for precautions.
He's playing good, but like, okay, if we say they're dead even with the talent or whatever, you gotta who's been there before? Who's been there consistently?
The Chiefs, but I wanted the Eagles defense because they edge them out though. Because the Chiefs defense, man, God, I don't know if they got that Tony Dungy kind of cover too or what, man.
I mean, you got to give up something. To have something really great, you got to give up something.
You do.
You know what I mean? You can't have it all.
That's true.
They got the coach. I give them edge of coaching.
Offensive coaching.
I mean, just period, because they've been there and experienced. Right. Patrick Mahomes was leading that team. He led them to Super Bowl.
Who do you think gives them the most kind of threat in the playoffs? I gotta remember who all in the playoffs. I'm tripping. I know Chiefs.
The Dolphins.
Dolphins. I don't even know if Tua gonna be able to play the playoffs.
I mean, no. You said who in the playoffs? Who? We didn't say.
The Bills.
The Ravens in there. Yeah, I mean,
Is the Bengals AFC? Yeah, Bengals too. They might be.
The Bengals in there. The Rams in there. I think the Rams in there.
No, the Rams not in there. They got eliminated.
Yeah, they just got.
Did you hear about that? They said wasn't they thinking about retiring from the Rams? The coach is in big shape.
The youngest coach.
They said that after they did all that for him to win and put all the eggs in the basket, they ain't got nothing for the next 2 or 3 years. He's talking about leaving. Now, in the corporate world, it don't. It's the companies don't loyal to you, but they want you to be loyal to them.
Yeah, that's what he's bringing, that new age CEO, like this workforce. This is a job. Yeah. This ain't a team. This ain't a brotherhood. You know what I mean? My chances of success have gone down in this place. Y'all paid me. I
think he topped out. Payton. I think he talked to Sean Payton.
He topped out. I mean, he won the Super Bowl.
Because Sean Payton topped out with the Saints. Like, what else could he have done? When Drew Brees retired, what else could he have done? He tried it with Jameis Winston. He's like, you know what? I think I'm going to retire.
I mean, I
think I'm going to sit down for a couple years.
I definitely ain't going to retire. You know what I mean?
No, because another people are trying to get at him now. He sat out a year, kind of get himself a break. Going to the booth, probably made a couple meals.
Yeah.
Plus what he made with the Saints. Now teams like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I think the Cowboys, I wouldn't be mind if the Cowboys try to get him, man.
But it's so easy to get for a coach like Sean Payton, it would be so easy to get a job because was it Josh McDaniels for the Raiders?
Lovie Smith definitely not.
Lovie Smith is going to be really hard for him to get a job. But somebody like Sean Payton, like Josh McDaniels, the coach for the Raiders, he keep getting jobs.
But it be with some whack teams though, taking the chance. They want down. Like, why wouldn't you hire Eric Bieniemy, but you would hire, Josh McDaniels? Not proven. I mean, dude cheated when he hit the Broncos doing that Bill Belichick thing. Got fired. Went back to being offensive coordinator. Yeah. I don't even think he that good. I think he's just Bill Belichick.
What?
Because he went there with Matt Patricia, the other coach that had the pencil in his ear with the lines. He sucked too.
What's really unique about his offense? What McDaniels, right? You know what I mean?
He just had Tom Brady.
Exactly. Like, what did he come up with the West Coast offense? He's like an offensive genius with the passing or running. Did he create a scheme?
He did what Bill Belichick said. He was obedient.
What I mean?
He was obedient. He's 99 and being obedient. That's his attribute, being 99 and Madden, being obedient to the head coach. That's his highest rating. You know what I'm saying?
I had some ideas.
Yeah.
But that's just a. I don't like. I think the.
Who you think asleep that they could come back? Like I think the Bills. I don't know if they on their stride. I know what's his name was out for a while too. The linebacker. What's my guy name? The linebacker that played for the Broncos. Slipped my mind.
For the Bills, like Von Miller.
Von Miller, he was out for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. If they win the Super Bowl, like you need Von Miller basically to win the Super Bowl. If they win the Super Bowl, whatever team he go on, because they won the year before last.
Yeah, with the Eagle. I mean, not the Eagle, but the Rams.
Yeah.
I don't know if he. I don't know if the Bills can get past the Chiefs. I don't know, man. I got to see if they get there first, but.
Yeah.
I know they kind of messed them up with that player Hamlin having that heart attack, but. We'll see how they can rebound from that. They're doing pretty good.
I mean, I like Josh
Allen though. I like Josh Allen though. Dude,
I don't want to use people think, but really seeing the vulnerability of life really can supercharge them to motivate them
but that mean, you know, you still got to go against a supercharged Mahomes, though.
Yeah, I mean, no, see, the thing is, when they play regular, the Chiefs play regular, they really good. Yeah. They very, very good. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Even in the playoffs, they're very, very good.
Like, when they get supercharged, they motivated. They can be deadly. What about, like, the Ravens? What's the name? Still hurt?
I mean, I think he's sitting there. I think he hurt, but he used it as like, yeah, man, y'all seen me long enough. Y'all don't want to pay me my $200-300 million that I want. Probably $300 million. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna sit out. I'm not coming back.
I mean, that's a bed they made. You know what I mean?
It's like playing chicken. Who gonna blink first? You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they don't want to pay him, man. That's weird, man. I don't know. He good. The man, dude, good, man. Like, dude, actually pretty good.
You pay Flacco.
No problem.
But he had to win the Super Bowl, and then they paid him. And then
a lot of people don't like too, because his mom an agent. He got his mom as his agent, and he like representation. And they were saying, like, when you do that, you don't understand how negotiations work. And you go in that room with the team and they negotiate, and they telling you, they break you down. No, I mean, they got you breaking down.
I'm not gonna play the game by y'all terms. So
no, I'm talking about when they negotiate. They try. You know how people try to negotiate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we can give you $200 million, but you know your accuracy not where it want to be. You know what I'm saying? The average is this, and you're here. You know, they try to throw these little things out there to try to negotiate stuff like that. So, but yeah, guys, we finna get ready and sign out, man. We at an hour, so we get ready to sign out this thing. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Like I say, sorry for the audio last time. We're gonna do better. Just figuring out as we go along. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you think. Anything you want to say before we close out?
Nah, peace.
Peace.